Hi. Today I am tuning in to give to you a list of 6 things to super speed your growth. Or maybe 6 things that are probably holding you back from growing is a more accurate description. My name is Leah. I am a life and relationship transition coach, and I'm just here to keep it real. I decided to, not even put on a collared shirt today because that's where I'm at. And I just really love connecting with people who are trying to make big change in their life and are feeling inhibited, blocked, stuck, you name it. You've probably been there. I know I have. It's the whole reason why I started my business was because of my own life change that I went through years ago. And so I want to share with you the 6 things that I think are probably holding you back that as soon as you can shift, you'll see your life rapidly change as well. So, number 1, revenge. I know someone hurt you. Somebody, maybe multiple people, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a past relationship, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a parent. Um, and there's this idea that our ego carries with us that says, if only you can right that wrong by getting revenge, by seeing the other person fail, by hurting someone back, and maybe it's not so malicious, right? Maybe it's just this like underlying thought of, I hope I get even. I swear to you, that is the thing that will hold you back the most. It's like a poison that is not actually doing anyone any good, especially not the person that you're trying to get revenge on. It's not affecting them in any way to be wanting that. It's only affecting you. It's only holding you back. It's having you spend your time, your energy, sometimes your money, your focus on someone and giving power to them in a sense by saying, I am not going to be fully happy. I am not going to be fully focused on what I want to be doing with my life until I see that this person has met their revenge. Let go of that as soon as possible. It's a shame to even have to say this because you would think that that advice of turn the other cheek, or I think there's some more Buddhist belief systems that have us look past any idea of revenge. But we're human. We want there to be a balancing of the scales, and even if we're super 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 peace oriented, this still might be getting in your way. There might be a looking back at the past too much. There might be a wanting to behave in certain ways that are going to show that person what they really missed out on, or whatever it is that you're hoping for that will maybe help you break even with this pain that was caused you. Let go of it. Number 2, that was kind of a rant, but you get the picture. Number 2, not having clear goals is holding you back. I hear a lot of people say, I just want to be happy. I just want to be blank. Or I don't even know what I want. Why am I spinning in circles? I don't know what I want. I don't know what will make me happy. It's time to sit with yourself long enough and make some decisions. Make some clear goals and plans. Look at things like your core needs, your core values. How is it that you want to be feeling at the end of each day? Set up a vision for yourself based on those values. If all my core needs were met, what would that look like for my life in a year from now, in 5 years from now? Write it all down and then read it every day. Get clear on it and then remember it, memorize it. I think that once we're clear on something, it can be a lot easier to feel more deliberate in our day-to-day life and to take actions that align with the things that we want to see going forward, instead of just treading water, hoping we end up at a shoreline that looks like happiness, right? Get clear on where it is that you're going. And, you know, again, with that treading water metaphor, like you'll be swimming a lot more directionally. You're going to waste a lot less energy. It's going to feel more purposeful and meaningful. Number 3, having discontent with yourself and therefore having a lack of self-care. So this is something that you have to take more seriously. The negative thought patterns you're having about yourself, the inner narratives that are limiting, that are fear-based, those self-doubts, those almost abusive tones and words that we're using at ourselves, those are holding you back. And because of those things, you're probably not taking very good care of yourself. There's probably moments where you're like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to have, another day where I am not going to be reaching out to any of my support system, or I'm going to have another day where I'm going to spend it, being down on myself and just doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing, or that aren't in my highest good. So the more we can actually fall in love with ourselves, the better care we're going to take care of ourselves, because we take care of things that we love, and the easier it's going to be for us to move forward. Number 4, being inauthentic and having a failure to own every part of yourself is something that will consistently feel like sort of a stop and go pattern in your life. If you're not fully getting clear on who you are and then saying, I'm going to show up as that, I'm going to own that, I'm going to claim that for myself, I'm going to embrace all of me, there's constantly going to be a need to please other people. There's going to be a need to compare yourself to other people. There's going to be masks that you have to keep wearing all the time. It becomes a lot more streamlined when you can get really clear on who you are and be authentic in that and show up in that. And everything you create is coming from that authentic place. And fully owning yourself may scare away people, but it also is going to bring in people, bring in situations and things that are much more aligned with your energy and the things that you enjoy and you love and who you are. Number 5, this kind of segues into that, surrounding yourself with misaligned people and circumstances. So, oh my gosh, it is probably one of the hardest things before you can really train yourself to show up most authentically. It's probably one of the hardest things to let go of misaligned people. It's something that I see a lot with my clients and just with people in general. It's like, why can't you just walk away? You keep complaining about this person, but why can't you just walk away? You keep complaining about this job, but why can't you just walk away? And it's this tendency to almost sit in our misery and perpetuate it by doing nothing, because maybe we're afraid that no one else better will be out there. Maybe we're afraid to be alone. Maybe we're stuck in a trauma response. Maybe we're in a scarcity mindset. We don't think there'll be another job out there that will be better. Maybe we have limiting beliefs around our happiness, and we think this is as good as it gets. And maybe what is more aligned for us is not possible. Those thoughts are damaging to your progress and forward movement. And in fact, they're probably the biggest obstacle that you will find. When you know someone is out of alignment for you, when you know a job is out of alignment for you, make a plan to get out. Make a plan and execute on the plan. You're going to get uncomfortable. You're going to get uncomfortable leaving. You're going to get uncomfortable taking steps forward because it's past a comfort zone that you've always maybe been in. Do it anyway. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be stuck in this cycle of, why does my life always look like this? why do my relationships always look like this? You have to prove to yourself that something different exists. And that means letting go of people who do not serve you, things that do not serve you, jobs that do not serve you, all the things that do not serve you. And then finally, number 6, I think I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but the idea of should or comparing. When we place expectations on ourselves that we should be keeping up with the Joneses, or we should have made it farther along by now, or we should, our growth should be looking this way. Growth is not linear. There is no right path to take. There is no normal. There's just what's been normalized. And as we know, with a lot of people saying, we should normalize this, we should normalize this, it's as simple as that. Normalize your own path. Normalize the path of more resistance. Normalize the path that no one has taken before that you're venturing out on. Normalize not shoulding yourself, right? There is no such thing as should. Should is coming from a place where you're maybe having to prove yourself to who, to what, to someone else's expectations, to society's expectations. Get rid of should. Get rid of comparing. I get looking at, other people's paths and being inspired by that and maybe having that show you what else is possible, but do not in any way use that as a metric for your own life path, because they're completely different. It's apples to oranges. So to summarize, these are the things you need to let go of. And once you do, your growth will be catalyzed. You'll be able to see a lot more clearly and feel change a lot more quickly. So number 1 is revenge. Number 2 is not having clear goals. Number 3 is discontent with yourself or lack of self-care. Number 4 is inauthenticity or failure to own yourself. Number 5 is surrounding yourself with misaligned people or circumstances. And number 6 is should or comparing. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. The fact that you're even watching this is really cool. It means you're a growth seeker. You want that permanent expansion just like me. So let me know how it goes for you. Do you have any of these things that you need to be letting go of? And let me know if you have already how it went for you. Take care. Bye.